Welcome to the Technician Install instructional video for Access Plus software. Please contact Stor-Guard Tech Support to license your copy of the software. They can be reached at 800-651-3129. Your hardware package arrived with a flash drive. Your copy of the software is located on the flash drive. Please use this to install the software and follow the prompts for install. By default, the software will be installed to the C drive, CS Tech, Access Plus folder. If you are running multiple sites, create unique folders for each site here. This will keep them separate. Name the folder something unique, and copy the accessplus.exe in each folder to start a new database. The accessplus.exe is all you need to start a new database. This file can even be run from a USB or cloud drive. First install. Run accessplus.exe to start the application. If there is no system database, the software will help you through a setup wizard to get you started. The first step is the client-server setup. If you want the software to be installed and running on several computers at the same time, server and workstation setup can be done here. Also, if you would like the server and data to be set up at a remote location, the location can be set up here. Most systems do not require these features, so you can click OK to select the standard default setup. The software will restart and apply your selection. Setup Wizard. After restarting Access Plus, you will now need to log in to proceed to Setup Wizard. Click the login icon. The default login is 123, with the password being 123. Site installer information. Enter the details of the site. This will help customize the database. Locations. Locations are the number of connections. You can connect up to 128 controllers per connection. Each connection can be an IP or COM port connection. Now select the connection type being used. Either USB or direct IP connection based on if you have a USB to 485 converter or a Lantronix device. USB connection. Plug in your USB converter and connect your Stor-Guard controllers. By default, the USB drivers should automatically install. You can check the device for any driver issues by clicking on Device Manager. If it did fail to install, click on the USB to RS485 drivers button to manually install the drivers. Next, click on Auto Find. The software will try to communicate with Controller 1. If able to connect to Controller 1 with no issues, it will say COM port found. Please assign to select the COM port and hit Next. IP connection. The option of the LAN adapter fits on the IP control boards. Connect the device to the network. By default, it is Auto DHCP, it should assign itself an IP address. Define the IP address, install and run the Lantronix device install application. Click the link to download the software. The device and IP address should be found. In the event of a power failure, this address can change, so it is important to set a static IP address into the device. Click on the device and click on the Assign IP button to select an IP address. Enter the IP address into the software. Add controllers. We can now bulk at how many controllers we have at each location. Each Stor-Guard controller can have up to either 2 or 4 doors depending on the unit purchased. Enter the location, number of controllers, and the reader type. Once all controllers have been entered, click Next. Other system settings. With the final steps in the setup wizard, we can enable the web interface, user expiry, and automatic backup. It is very important that you enable automatic backups. You can have up to 2 backup locations, and we highly recommend one of them being a cloud or server location that is not on this PC. Click Finish to finish the setup wizard. The software will now communicate with the controllers. At the bottom of the screen, you will see the controller numbers. Red indicates the software is unable to communicate with the controller. Green, the controller is online. Blue, the software is currently communicating with the controller. You should now be able to present a card to a reader. You should see the card details in the event log. The user will be denied, but you can now add the user by clicking on the plus icon and assigning them an access group. One final note. You can manually find all the locations and controller setups in the hardware menu. Here you can rename the locations and find more custom setup options. You can also edit the readers, relays, and double-check the dip switch and configurations. This concludes the video demo of the full install of the Access Plus software. We hope it has been helpful. Thank you for watching.